I should probably put the microphone on. Ah, jeez. I actually do approve of him, yeah. It's bad enough I gotta watch ads, but now I gotta watch political ads. Hey everybody, how we doing? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Virtual Pipe Club. Hope all is well. I can see that my collar's messed up, but other than that, all is well here. It's been a long week, and I'm really happy that it's coming to an end. But great to see so many folks out there already. And let's see who we got. So we got Tony 513. I saw Todd A earlier. CJP Pipe Rescue, Bona Piper, JMZ 56, Paul the Piper, Big Dave, Couch, Luke Reisner. Hey Luke, welcome home. How you doing, buddy? Paragon Piper, Kilted Piper Steve, Ron H, Michael Schenkel. How you doing, Michael? The Bearded Welshman. How you doing, John? George Tiedemann. Good to see you, buddy. Pipes and Bees. Good to see you. Signalman Tony from Rhode Island. Hello there, Tony. H.H. Piper YTPC. Hey, Ollie, how you doing? Boris the Piper. Boris, is it? You must mean Carter Hall's not available. Hopefully the video is. Jeffers 58, Richard T, Philadelphia Piper, Andrew Cirliano, Full Doddle, hello Dallas, Cheeseburger 79, West Virginia Grizzly. Fantastic crowd. 108, Big Dave, man. Everett Young, hello there. Domina. Oh, I'm glad you pulled over to text. Enjoying a cob full of esoterica. Armchair Piper, hello Ed. Takio Kimura, how you doing, buddy? Soggy Cobbs, hello there. So let me get my beer open here before you'll be proud of me. I did not freeze the beer tonight. And tonight we're going to be drinking this, which I assume is pronounced Dirty Little Freak, assuming the upside down R is pronounced the same way as the right side up R. This is from Duclaw, and I have not had this before. But I really like, they make a chocolate peanut butter porter, I believe it is, that has the rather sacrilegious name of Sweet Baby Jesus, but it is really fantastic. I usually get that around Christmas time to sort of offset the sacrilege. It's really good stuff. So let's see how this is. It's supposed to be a lager, excuse me, a lager with vanilla and vanilla beans. And yes, there is vanilla beans in there. Wow. Actually, probably a bit too much vanilla, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Let's see. I think we're caught up. Great to see everybody. Philadelphia Pipers having some Carter Hall and a 320 KS. Old Joe Krantz before the live. Sounds good, Everett. If you guys saw my video on Thursday, August 13th is now known as Carter Hall Day, because that happens to be the day that Carter Hall was first sold, and we're continuing the celebration here. I'm gonna have some Carter Hall in my. This is a Phil Rivara pipe. Yeah, Tony, I have had Not Your Father's root beer. I was hoping it would have more of a kick than it did, but it tasted good. Couch is going to have some Sugar Barrel after work. Kilted Piper Steve's having some Haunted Bookshop and a Mr. Brugg. And Paul the Piper's having Rustica and Budweiser. Perfect, Paul. George Tiedemann's got Carter Hall and a Stanwell. Southwest Aficionado, how you doing, buddy? Mike is smoking Big and Burley. Sounds good there. And CJP Pipe Rescue is having some sangria, burning some sangria. Yeah, that I found you shared that earlier in a video that I saw today, Jim, and I found it intriguing. I'm not much of an aromatic guy, but that one looks like one I should try. Takio Kimura is having Gruner in a very old K-Woody. And the bearded Welshman is asking if I can guess what he's smoking. Could it be Fireside? Jack Kurtz, happy to be here with a new heart valve. Jack, we're so happy to have you. Hope you're doing well, buddy. H.H. Piper YTPC has got a Scudo in a Davern Morta author shape. Very nice. GH Dark Flake and an antique meerschaum for Paragon Piper. Armchair Pipers have an early morning pipe and some Fat Tire beer. That Fat Tire is good stuff. Do I win anything, John? Paul Johnson, Rainier Golden Flake and a pencil shank. So speaking of John, bearded Welshman, I was going to do this, John. I didn't realize you were going to be showing up tonight, but I already put down in the comments, not comments, description to this video, a link to John's YouTube channel, because he's really, really close to getting 1,000 subs, and he's going to have a really nice giveaway. And as an added bonus, if you're in the last 25 of people to subscribe to him as he reaches 1,000, you get entered in not only the drawing he's having for everyone, but a special drawing with much higher odds. But beyond that, John's a really nice guy. He makes great videos. You should be subscribed to him. So check the link in the description to this video, click on it, and hit subscribe. All right, John. Really, Couch? That's interesting. So Couch is saying that he just got a notification from Eddie that his matches pipe is shipped. That's good news. And don't get too excited, because remember, he's individually wrapping each one of those, so it may take a while before yours ships. And by the way, very apropos of that, my guest next week will be Eddie Gray from the Pipe Nook. So I'm really looking forward to talking to Eddie. And I was thinking we'd get the lowdown on the matches tribute pipe, but it sounds like Couch already's got the lowdown for us. The Texas Piper, good evening, good to see you. All right, Couch, we're going to look forward to that, starting to channel with that pipe. And it's a great one to start with. Meerschaum Mountaineer 304, hello, sir. Good to see you. Boris the Piper's just opened a tin of Old Dark Fired, and yeah, it is. That's one that I've had trouble keeping lit as well, Boris. And I'm not a big fan of drying tobacco. I'm too. And if I set tobacco out to dry, I forget about it and find it 4 days later. Philadelphia Piper is sipping on some Woodford Reserve with some Carter Hall. That sounds like a great pairing. So if you're joining the party late, it is the day after Carter Hall Day. And that's what I'm smoking in this Phil Rivara pipe. Wow, really, Ed? That's pretty slow. No, Paragon Piper, I don't think it works that way. Carter Hall Day +1. There you go, Thagger Cornholio. Hey, Scotty Dashboard, thank you. happy day after Carter Hall Day. Good to see you, buddy. Well, Ed, we can find out next week. Like I said, I'm going to have Eddie as my guest next week. Sure thing, Todd. I'll definitely smoke some for you. Yeah, WV Grizzly. That used to be the case with me. I just kind of got away from it in the past few months, and it was really nice yesterday to open up this new tub, and I've been really enjoying it. There you go, Andrew. That's a good point. Carter Hall is a fantastic blend for breaking in a new pipe, but it's good beyond that. That's an interesting question, Takio. If I remember right, and I did not go back and rewatch my history video, maybe somebody out there did, or knows this better than I do. But I was not able to find out what the origin of the name Carter Hall was. So I don't know if it was a man or if it was a building. But I did find something interesting when I was getting ready for the video yesterday. Dude Reviews, hello there, and Smoking the Ghost. Peter Stokeby Toasted Burley in the original Friday 7 Illy. There you go. What I found out yesterday was I was looking for a picture for the little thumbnail to the video. And I wound up using that picture of the old can of Carter Hall. But I put Carter Hall into the Googler and started getting, all the things you'd expect. But then there was some odd stuff, and one of them was several what looked like comic books. And it turns out that there's a comic book character named the Falcon who, his character, well, the Falcon's alter ego, is that the right term? The guy who turns into the Falcon is named Carter Hall. And I had never heard this, I never knew about it. The Falcon predates Carter Hall tobacco, so the folks that slapped the name on the tobacco probably knew about the Falcon. Or maybe they didn't, but they could have known. Yeah, I think that's the idea behind the label, Big Dave, but I don't know for a fact that there is a place named Carter Hall. Yeah, Donald, I agree with you. You don't really need anything special. I just like doing it with Carter Hall. It's just something consistent. I know how it's supposed to smoke, so it just gives me a sort of a baseline for the pipe. But you're right, you don't need a special tobacco to do that. That's okay, Philadelphia Piper. More tubs for me. Berserkly, too warm for a smoke. That's warm. I agree, Everett. They just go together well. Tony, that would be an R.J. Reynolds factory, so I may or may not be around still. Is that so, Jim? So CJP Pipe Rescue is saying that Carter Hall is the estate of Lieutenant Colonel Nathaniel Burwell in Millwood, Virginia. Oh, is that the kernel that originally cultivated Burley? That's ringing a bell. And that would make sense. One Noggin, how you doing, buddy? Michael Schenkel's having some rum and coke with Captain Black. There you go, Michael. Yeah, Donald, if it was too warm for a smoke, you probably wouldn't have many in Houston. Fireman Piper, currently in quarantine for 14 days with COVID. Oh, sorry to hear that, my friend. Haven't been able to smell since Monday. Yeah. Well, at least the symptoms are mild. You take care. One Noggin, what did you think of the Larry's blend? That's one of the 3 or 4 Latakia blends that I enjoy occasionally. Two ships named after Carter Hall as well. It's a good question there, Todd. I'm going to guess no. The reason you can chew twist pipe tobacco is that it's just very dense tobacco and nothing else. But I'm guessing that chewing tobacco probably has got a lot of added stuff to it, and it probably would not burn very well. So I don't think you could smoke the chewing tobacco. But I could be wrong about that. Never tried. Yeah, that was my feelings too, One Noggin. Although Black House is a little bit much for me, so I kind of liked it because it was a little bit less. But yeah, good blend. Popo Piper, good to see you, buddy. I hope I can deliver. I hope we can deliver. Really, they put salt in the U.S. chew. Yeah, it would be very wet. Actually, I've never tried chewing tobacco. I've tried snuff. I've tried, what is the stuff that comes in a little tin and you put it in your mouth? It's not chewing tobacco. It's something else. Skull, that kind of stuff. But the actual chewing tobacco, I've never tried it. There we go. Kilted Piper Steve's correcting us and saying you can smoke chewing tobacco, but you have to break it up and let it dry. Apparently that was done during the Civil War. Do I run for the Esoterica drops? No, dude reviews, I do not. Just not interested. I've had quite a few of the Esoterica blends. They're nice, but they're not worth what you have to go through to get them. Yeah, the Galath ropes, I've heard that, Paragon Piper. Grizzly, that's one of the ones I used to try. And Snus, yes, thank you, Tony and Couch. Ochoita, having some Carter Hall and a Savinelli Lavat. Sounds good, buddy. Absolutely, Fireman Piper. We're all pulling for you, buddy. Yeah, I don't know, Paul. I've actually never tried it. So any folks out there that have done chewing tobacco, do you actually chew it like a gum, or do you just kind of keep it in your mouth? Paragon Piper saying it depends on the type. Yeah, so the Copenhagen, the Grizzly, that kind of stuff, you just tuck that in between your lip and your gum and hold it there, and you absorb the nicotine. And I used to do that when I was fishing a lot. Not because I needed the nicotine, it just seemed like the thing to do. I don't know. I quit doing that. I didn't quit. It wasn't like I had any issue. I just stopped it simply because of the higher risk of oral cancer. And I figure I'm willing to take the risk for these things in cigars, but that's a step up in terms of risk. Really one noggin, that's a little scary. Yeah, that was the slogan, wasn't it? It's hard to believe that was not that long ago. There used to be television ads for these smokeless tobaccos. That's what they were called, sort of generically. And one of them had the slogan, "A little between the cheek and gums." Yeah, Takio, I agree. Not a recipe for success, in my opinion. You know, Paragon Piper, it's interesting you say that. I don't know if any of you guys have been watching baseball. I'm still seeing a lot of spitting. I thought they were going to get fined every time they spit. That was Skull. Yeah, I know they have, it does just go together, Big Dave, you're right. And I've seen they have the big bags of pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds, and they also have these big buckets of gum, bubble gum, in the dugouts, which I guess is there to keep them from using chewing tobacco. I don't know. I actually believe that's the logic behind it. Oh, Lenny Dykstra, yeah. Yeah, Philadelphia Piper, I know, it hurts. It must be easy to be a sports writer covering the Phillies, because you can write your story months in advance. They just keep doing the same thing over and over again. No, Scotty, I'm not. Although they're playing the Mets today, so you know the thing is, Phillies fans are. You know, yes, we are used to it. The team has been bad in the past, but it's also been good in the past, and We just ride through the ups and downs. We're not fair weather friends that run away as soon as the team loses or our quarterback moves to Florida. Yeah, George Brett. Absolutely, Berger Welshman. One Simplex One, hello. That's a good point, Big Dave. Maybe they should just let him have a pipe or a cigar. Tobacco Pipes International, how you doing, Mark? Yeah, Couch, that was that was me being intentionally mean to Scotty. He'll come back soon. By the way, TPI, if you sent me an email, Mark, I don't remember getting one. So if you are still interested, get in touch, please. Tony513, Ben is fine. I was just talking to him, if not yesterday, the day before. Can you imagine a dugout full of pipe and cigar smokers? That would be awesome. Yeah, I remember going to, it must have been a Flyers game with my grandfather, and this is, oh gosh, this had to be like 72, 74, somewhere in that range. Let's see, no, it would have been before 74. It was before they won the Cup in the 70s. And he had some tickets through work or something, and he took me. And we met one of the higher-ups at his company that went to all the games because the company had the tickets. And he was sitting there smoking a cigar in the what was then the Spectrum, and it was pretty common to see. And yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. Babe Ruth did not smoke cigars in the dugout. No problem, Mark. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. No problem at all. Cali Piper 62. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. Hope all's going well with you. So wait a minute. Are you serious, Michael Case? The real Carter Hall is currently for sale? 87 acres of land in Virginia, and they only want $12 million for it. I think we should seriously consider coming together as a community and doing a Kickstarter or whatever they do and try to buy Carter Hall. It could be the YTPC clubhouse. Yeah, Bernie actually has his own cigar line. Philadelphia Piper. He won't hang around long, Everett. Just lay low. No, Dallas, it has to be a group effort. We won't let you pick up the bill. I know, Scotty. That's why we have to do a Kickstarter. We got to somehow turn it into a marketable idea. It would be one heck of a clubhouse. All right, so Tony513 has $12. I can come up with $12. So if we can just get 1,000,000 pipe smokers. Todd A., congratulations on being accepted to Corn Cob Nation. Oh, the Bernie Perrants are Rocky Patels. Do you think they have a Carter Hall cellar in Carter Hall? Buffalo Sabres had a smoking lounge in the locker room. Yeah. No, Scotty, unfortunately, that was Paul and I, and we were not going to sing in Vegas. You don't want to know the full story. Piece of velvet. Yeah, way to bring us down, Steve. Stephen Skip Kane, how you doing, guys? Well, Paul, if we can raise $12 million to buy Carter Hall, I think we can raise a few more dollars to bring in some help. Todd A., it's been consistent ever since the beginning. It's a burley blend with some Virginia added. Yeah, Paul, but I don't think our act is going to raise $12 million. All right, so there's an interesting point, Paragon Piper. Being the math geek that I am. So a tub of Carter Hall is about $30. Did I do that right? So that would only be 400,000 tubs of Carter Hall. Ah, very funny, Kilted Piper, Steve. All right, Kelly Piper 62. You take care, Steve. Have a great weekend. Todd A., I've never had any really old Carter Hall. The oldest stuff I've had is only going back maybe 20 years, I guess. 20. In the time I've been smoking it, the flavor has not changed. I'd have to figure out how long that's been, but it's maybe 30 years, certainly more than 20 years. Boris the Piper, why so skeptic? I'm not sure what you're referring to, but there's been a lot of stuff discussed here that I need to be skeptical of. Yeah, Sir Walter's another really good over-the-counter. I think it. I don't think anything's ever going to replace Carter Hall just because it's been such a part of my life. But Sir Walter's a real close second. Two tubs, Everett. You know, you could save that money instead of buying the tobacco. You could put it into the YTPC Carter Hall Fund. Ah, Boris, gotcha. There you go, Michael Case. That's exactly the way I feel about it. It's like an old friend. And even though I've kind of turned my back on it for a couple of months now, when I opened up that tub yesterday, it just eased right back into a conversation like we had never stopped talking. Ron H has a can of Sir Walter Raleigh on Pipe Stud's site. Is it a particularly old can, Ron? Well, Jeff, you know, I appreciate that you want to try it first, but really, it's not just it's not just to get Carter Hall. It's going to be to experience the YTPC clubhouse at the mansion, and you know, just think of the things we could do with the 87 acres. Everett, if we buy Carter Hall, I think we could all move into it. Prince Albert masks and pipe bags. That sounds really cool. Steph and Skip. The colors certainly work. YTPC Woodstock. There you go. One Simplex one. And we'd have 87 acres to grow our own burley. Brilliant piper on the 45. Yeah, Steph, I didn't think that Skip was doing the sewing. Cliff Higgins, thank you for stopping in, buddy. Make that dinner nice. No Paragon Piper, but the Vegas show is for Vegas. We'll have to come up with a completely different show for the estate. November 1st, 55. Very cool, Ron. Yeah, Fireman Piper, I do not know. I'm not that much of a tobacco historian, to be honest. Right now, I mean, it was warm today. Let's see. I think it's 82. Let me let that update. Oh no, it's down to 73 now. But it was like 85 at 7 o'clock this morning. Oh man, 102 at 6:30. That's awful, guys. Arkansas temp, yeah. What happens if Carter Hall stays in? Yeah, I know. By comparison, sounds pretty cool. Good to hear, Christian. Hopefully you're enjoying some of that weather. Yeah, Todd, I think we could fit a lot in that building. Well, there you go, Steph. All we got to do is win the lotto, and absolutely, with that agriculture, horticultural background, we're in. And the great thing is, if we win the lotto and we buy Carter Hall, we wouldn't have to pay rent or anything. So, the thing would basically pay for itself. Thanks, JMZ. Everett, we're not going to pay you. But you would get to live there, so that's, I wonder, this is a random thought, but, we're all friends and we're all known for being good and kind people, and, we care about one another and everything. I do have to wonder how long we would last trying to all live in one building. I don't think it would be as long as you might think. Bearded Welshman, that's gonna help a lot. Thank you. It's sounding good, Steph. You got me convinced. Yeah, it does sound like a reality show concept, Skip, and not a good one. In 2 days. No adult supervision. There you go, gotcha. Oh, there wouldn't be any non-smoking rooms. We'd have aromatic and non-aromatic rooms. So I'm switching over to this guy. This is an old basket pipe. Yeah, that's a good point, Ed. With 87 acres, we could spread out quite a bit. Although Virginia does get cold in the winter. Scott Terry, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us from Maine. Ah, we're synchronized, Christian. Portsmouth Piper. Not late at all. Yeah, agreed, Ed. We'd have a cigarette ban. Although maybe we'd put up a smoking tent for them if they want to come visit. So I could donate my my YouTube monetization money. That would, let's see, if you need $12 million, that would probably take about 1 million months. I was thinking about that because and by the way, I don't care. I have the channel monetized because, you know, every once in a while I get a few dollars, and that's great because then I can, you know, buy some more pipe stuff. I don't really track the numbers or anything, but it's not anything that, you know, you'd get excited about. But I got this email yesterday after I posted the Happy Birthday Carter Hall video, and it was from YouTube, and they were informing me that I had been flagged for copyright infringement, and it wasn't a strike, but whoever it was that flagged me because I was using their copyrighted material would be getting all of the money that would be earned from ad revenue. The ad revenue, that's the word I've been looking for. They would get all the ad revenue for that video. So, you know, I let them have the 45 cents. It doesn't really matter to me. But it's odd because the only person that could really claim copyright to that was the folks that made recorded the John Philip Sousa piece that I had at the beginning and end of the video. There was nothing else in that could have been even remotely considered a copyright thing. And that was recorded in 1956, sorry. So it's very unlikely that they're still collecting royalties on that. It's kind of odd. Well, thank you, but I get as much entertainment out of this as you guys do. I promise you that. Yeah, John Philip Sousa wants his money. Portsmouth Piper, sure, happy to catch you up. So in the glass, we've got this offering from Duclaw Brewery, Dirty Little Freak, which is quite nice. A little bit over vanilla beaned, but not bad. And this is a basket pipe, nothing special, but it's been with me for a very long time, 30 some years, so I'm very attached to it. And I was smoking Carter Hall, but I think I inadvertently switched to Haunted Bookshop. That's the problem with keeping everything in similar looking tubs. Todd, hey, what town are you in, buddy? Really, Dallas? Yeah, they told me I could appeal it, but it just wasn't worth it, you know. I'm telling you guys about it not because I'm, really bothered by it. I just thought it was odd. Yeah, Portsmouth Piper. I really like their, I think it's a porter, chocolate peanut butter porter that's called Sweet Baby Jesus. It's a very good, very well done porter. Everett, they really won't let you smoke in your in your apartment. I saw you say that last week, but I thought you were kidding. Illinois. Okay, Todd. Yeah, they may still have the Vegas show, I guess, but at this point, I don't know. That's true, Christian, but I'm not going to get too bent out of shape over it. I mean, I went and got it from archive.org because I was under the impression that archive.org was either public domain, or if there was limitations on it, was clearly listed with the download link. And apparently that was not the case here. Oh, I think we could definitely raise enough for a down payment, Steph. What would a down payment be on 12 million? Yeah, you'd only need, what, like 10%? Oh no, Everett, really? It's in Virginia, John. Carter Hall is in Virginia, apparently. Onion's moving to Virginia. Maybe he beat us to it. Wouldn't that be funny? Next time you see Onion, he's sitting out on the front porch of Carter Hall. His lantern. God bless, Todd. I hope you're hope you have a good weekend, buddy. You will tune 2 a.m. pipe on the really big patio. I'll have to do that next time, Michael. Although the kazoo is a bit challenging for me, I might have to do the tissue paper and comb. Play the saw. So what if we try to appeal to the antis? We do a GoFundMe and we say, you know, we're all a bunch of filthy smokers, and we're just polluting your air and making it dangerous for you with all the secondhand smoke. So why don't you just contribute $12,000 each, and we will all move to the Carter Hall compound, and you won't have to put up with us anymore. And then, of course, once we have it, we would leave, but, you know, we wouldn't promise to stay there. We just said we'd move there. Carter Hall concentration camp. You're scaring me, Tony. Wow, Portsmouth Piper, that is a find. I think I saw that on Instagram as well. Looked like it was in beautiful condition. Oh, Steph, the gardens are more important than what's on the inside anyway. Yeah, Big Dave, we'd probably have to rotate the the senior member of Carter Hall. That is really cool, Portsmouth Piper. It's a great book, too. Get a yard sale going, Michael. Great poop on. There you go, John. Ah, it's a good, sounds like a good recommendation, Couch. The whole Manson story is really fascinating. I can see it, Steph. I really can. We've become the world's largest pipe smoking commune. Prince of Pipes. Portsmouth Piper is asking the difference between the Carter Hall tubs and pouch. Yeah, somebody did ask that on Instagram, and it's been a while since I've smoked a pouch, to be honest, but I used to go back and forth between them quite a bit, and I don't remember there ever being a great difference. One of the things that I've always been impressed by with Carter Hall has been the consistency of it, and that's true with a lot of the over-the-counter blends. You know, it's really remarkable to think that they've been blending them for as long as they have, and yet they remain consistent from year to year. Oh, Screw Tape Letters is a good one, Steph. Yeah. C.S. Lewis. Yes, John did call it the Twinkie of tobacco. I think that might have been in reference to that video that I made on it, because I was saying that I kept a pouch of it in the car for like a couple years, and when I came back to it, it was fine. You don't taste a difference either. Well, that's good to hear. So at least that's two of us. You know, now Steph, if you're going to paint us, do we have to actually dress up like Colonel Sanders, or can you just like paint us into Colonel Sanders? Because that costume looks uncomfortable. John, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Take care and have a good evening, good weekend. Paul Johnson, the Lane Ready Rubbed, the pouches were always hard to find. They didn't originally come out with pouches, and they did, and then they disappeared. So I'm not surprised. Are you glad you bought the tub? Do you like it? Well, you won't need photos, Steph. This will be after we move into Carter Hall, and we'll have sittings for the portraits. Yeah, the Colonel Sanders costume will get us canceled. You're gonna get us in trouble, Dallas. Sea Smoke Pipes, hello there. Haven't had Carter Hall in years. It's still the same. Yeah, Fishwife Piper, it is a beautiful dream. Yes, Michael, it really has taken on a life of its own. It's the colonel of the YTPC. Oh, Big Dave's asking if it's worth it to get a tub of Mixture 79. I think it is. I think it's a really fantastic blend. Yeah, we definitely need to fish and shoot for sustenance. All right, Cliff, enjoy. Have a good evening. Oh gosh, Jim, go ahead. Some of you guys saw Jim's video from earlier tonight. He had a bit of a buffing incident. Illinois Piper, no problem. You can't be late. Big Dave, if you don't like it, I'll buy it from you. Or we can trade for something you do like. Oh, Ron, that's good to know. We got an honorary colonel in our midst. Yeah, Hugh Hefner smoked 79 exclusively. Paul, they're pretty different in my opinion. You know, Ready Rubbed is sort of a coarse blend, and it has a very pronounced cocoa topping on it. Whereas Carter Hall is more of a ribbon cut, and the topping is much less pronounced, and there's probably a bit more of a I hate to say liquor, but I guess that's what it is on the Carter Hall. It has some cocoa as well, but what comes across to me at least is more of like a brandy. Sea Smoke, you don't have to become an auctioneer. We'll just call you a colonel. The way this live stream's going, we're all going to be colonels by the end of the night. Voodoo07 is Trading Haunted Bookshop. Sigma Mantoni, to my knowledge, Carter Hall only comes in pouches and tubs. All right, One Simplex One, you take care and have a good evening, good weekend. Kilted Piper Steve is asking for advice on packing pirate cake. I've not had pirate cake because I'm not a Latakia guy, but I've had other crumble cakes from Cornell and Deal, and rubbing it out a bit, crumbling it, and then just sort of gravity pack it is the way I go. But maybe folks that have had pirate cake can chime in on that. Yeah, some folks say they don't get the liquor, and I do for some reason. It's not very strong, but when I try to pull out the topping, that's what I get. It's like a brandy flavor. All right, Mark, you have a good evening and good weekend. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Edward G. Robinson has an alcohol topping. I haven't had that one, actually. How's the wound, Jim? The rebandaging go okay? Big Dave, don't listen to Voodoo07. He's biased. It doesn't smell at all like what? First off, who's going around smelling old ladies' purses? Secondly, 79 is a love it or hate it blend. There's no question about it. But I think everybody should at least try it because you might love it. And if you don't, there's always somebody that's going to be willing to take it off your hands. EGR with Cube Cup Burley? Sounds good. I did not know that, Michael. So the Colonel was an honorary title given to Kentucky men who contributed to benefit the great state of Kentucky. Very interesting. Yeah, Everett, I definitely get that root beer. It's to me, the taste is very much like vanilla, like a really sweet vanilla. And that's, not too far off from root beer. A lot of people say licorice. I don't get a strong licorice flavor from it. Steve mixed some older Rustica with some newer Rustica. Hey, Steve, I didn't think you liked mixing it up like that and making those What's next? Rustic bookshop? So Steph and Skip's going loading up some haunted bookshop, and Steph is going to have some Pembroke. Both great blends. Takio, how do you think it has changed? I'm really interested to hear that, because I only started smoking Mixture 79 a couple years ago. I didn't have any of the really old stuff. But Haunted Rust, even better, Dallas. So are you going to try the Haunted Rust, Steve? All right, Steph, just let us know what we need to do. We're all in. It was more floral in the past. That's interesting, because I never got, I've heard people say it was like almost a Lakeland, and I never got any of that sort of taste off of it. It's always been a somewhat sweet vanilla kind of flavor. It's an unusual flavor. I don't have anything else that tastes like Mixture 79. Yeah, it's not floral at all. Stronger anise as well. Very interesting. But Mixture 79 is one of these tobaccos that I find myself craving, and I don't often do that. Haunted Bookshop is one of those too, and I have to admit I've developed a bit of a Haunted Bookshop dependency, especially since I've been working from home and sitting down here in the basement all day, sort of chain smoking Haunted Bookshop. But those two are really the only two that I sometimes find myself just thinking, boy, I really wish I had a bowl of Mixture 79 right now. And then I'll buy it and I'll smoke nothing but Mixture 79 for a while. It's funny. I don't think 79 had any Tonkin in it. There you go, Skip. Gentleman Bookshop. Or Haunted Caller. I love it when you find things like that, Philadelphia Piper. Eric the Blue Collar Pipe Smoker. Welcome, buddy. No worries. Dallas is getting tired of Bayou Morning Flake. Wow. Doing great, Eric. Hope you are well. Are you still doing Friday nights with your dad, Eric? Are things opened up enough that you guys can go out to brew pubs and stuff now? Ah, there you go. Burger and a beer. Wow, 3 8-ounce tins in 2 months. That's pretty good, Dallas. All right, Steve. Have a good night. Oh, Eric, it sounds like you're on a similar diet to the one I'm on. Do you get the extra cheese? And then after you finish, you take a nap. So Eric, since you tuned in late, we're buying a mansion on 87 acres. And since you know your way around a burger, if you come visit, we'll let you run the grill. 90 acres? We've added 3 acres, Steph. Or are we just rounding? A timeshare. Oh, so you're actually looking into it, Steph, and you found out it's 90 acres. Huh. So that's even more of a bargain. Good point, Ron. That'll take up too much space. Oh, wow. It's almost 20 after 9. I had no idea it was that late already, guys. Time sure flies. Clunker envy. Steph, tobacco is definitely still allowed to be grown. And it's still grown in Virginia, so. Well, Steve, with 90 acres, I think we can provide some hiding spots for you. A bed and breakfast catering to pipe smokers. There you go. Or, you know what? A conference center for pipe-friendly businesses. You could have team building events where you learn to blend your own tobaccos. Yeah, Eric, I'm actually familiar with that. I think it was one of the James in England. Hated tobacco. The Tunnel Take, hello there. All is fine here. How are you doing? Well, folks, we're coming up to the last 10 minutes. I'm not ending yet, but just want to do a little recap for next week. So I just want to remind everybody that next week we're going to have Eddie Gray on the live stream from the Pipe Nook, and I think that's going to be a really cool conversation. Looking forward to getting to know Eddie a bit better, and I hope you guys will be able to tune in for that. The other thing is I technically should be having a giveaway live stream this Saturday, but I'm not going to. I'm not ready for it. So I'm going to postpone that until next Saturday. And we'll we'll get together then. 21 bedrooms, 29 bathrooms, 10 kitchens. I think we can make do with that. Oh, Eric. All right, Michael. Schenkel, take care. Have a good weekend. Well, Steph, I think it's just going to be a continuous pipe meetup. Retirement home for senior pipe smokers. Yeah. You and me both, Eric. World's largest pipe show. I think we should think of it more as like a YTPC theme park. Don't forget the rocker, Big Dave. Oh, Everett, you got some catching up to do. Have a good night and a great weekend, my friend. We're going to make it happen, Steph. Eric, did you just offer to host the world's largest pipe show? So Dave, I'll go with the old-fashioned wooden wheelchairs as long as we can race them. All right, Paragon Piper, you have a good night, buddy, and have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us. Lots of armchairs. You got it, Ed. I would think for $12 million they're going to have to toss in some furniture, right? Steph is vetoing the wheelchair racers. Okay. All right, Steve, you have a good evening and a good weekend. Thanks for joining us. Yes, ashtrays. We're going to need a lot of those. Stables and houses for the stable hands. Wow. 15 servant houses? So Eric could stay in one of the servant houses. That's good. We would need. Good point, Michael Case. All right, Ocho, you have a good evening, good weekend. Thanks for joining us, buddy. All right, so here's the question, Steph. If we all move to Carter Hall and live there, would we continue to make videos? Because we'd all like see one another all the time. Would there be any point to it? Really, Eric? Wow. That must be very nerve-wracking when you hear one of those bells go off and you have to immediately try to figure out whether or not it's your pitch. Kennels for the hound dogs. I should hope so, Big Dave. Oh, movie night is going to be quite an event, Ed. I'm not going to ask how you picked that 800 sub number, Steph. Oh yeah, Voodoo, that's a great idea. We could just start adding on to it, like random rooms and stuff, and have staircases that don't go anywhere. Oh, you don't get the tobacco land? Oh, that would have to be our first movie, Big Dave, no question about it. Well, without the tobacco land, it's going to be hard to make this work. Another great movie night idea, Eric. Those are two good ones. Well, folks, we're rapidly getting to 9:30 here. And I've emptied my glass. Well, Steph, find out, we'll just have to raise more money, that's all. The GoFundMe will cover it. We'll just add the two together. Good night, Eric. And I'm going to sign off now as well, guys. So thank you all for joining me tonight. I had a great time. Always enjoyable. I really appreciate you all showing up and joining in the conversation and having a little bit of silly fun while we enjoy a pipe. So take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. And remember, next week we got Eddie Gray. So please tune in. Bye now.